This video will be a lot like the first video. I'll go a little bit quicker, but we'll be reviewing the same sort of things that we tackled in that video. So the first thing we need to do is change some of the answers for this second question. I'll hit T to get my text tool. I'm going to go with Akira for the first answer, which of course will be the correct answer, and the bottom one, I'm going to go with Sheila, which is not the correct answer, so far as I know. All right, we're going to then change the button names. So I'll get my selection tool by hitting V on the keyboard, and I should say the button instance name. So in the properties here, I'm going to change this from Alice to Akira with a capital A, and this other button, I'll select it and change it from Roy to Sheila. Okay. Again, we'll have this top button go to 5 frames out, which will be frame 30, and this button go to 10 frames out, which will be frame 35. So I'll select the Akira button, get my code snippets, double click to go to frame and stop on frame 30. I'll select the Sheila button, get my code snippets, double click on go to frame and stop frame 35. Okay. Now I need to kind of set up frames 30 and 35 to look like frames 15 and 20, right? So what we're going to do here is copy essentially all of this, actually, and right click, copy frames. I go to frames 30 through 39, right click, paste frames, and so now you'll see that frame 30 says, sorry, that's not right. That will actually be changed to say that is right, and vice versa. In fact, we could do that pretty quickly by doing a option drag. So I'm going to hold down option on my keyboard. On PC, it is, I am having a hard time remembering, Alt, I believe, on PC, to hold that down and drag. So I'm just switching the answers there. So that works out, and this button is going to next go to question 3 instead of question 2, because this is question 2. Okay. Oh, and then lastly, notice that on the scoreboard layer that I have here, that shouldn't be showing up on frame 25. So I'm going to right click and insert a keyframe, and then I'll delete that text, that dynamic text field. Okay. So now everything is pretty much set up. Now it's getting a little bit confusing because we have so many keyframes happening and they all look really similar. So what I'm going to suggest is that we put in a new layer. Just click on that new layer button at the bottom, drag this to the top, double click to rename it, and this will be named labels. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this labels layer is at frame 10, where question 1 begins, I'm going to so you have to command click, or I guess it's option click on PC, and select insert keyframe. Okay. And so on frame 10, In the Properties panel, I'll come over here and I'll call this gender question in the Properties panel. And then you'll see that that shows up there on the timeline. It looks a lot cleaner. On frame 25 then, I'll insert a keyframe, and this will be called nationality. This is shorten that to nation question. And now you'll just see that that is a lot cleaner to look at. And we know that, okay, that's the question. There's one answer. There's the other answer. Here's a question. Here's one answer. Here's another answer. Here's another answer. Okay, so it's a nice way to kind of keep things organized and cleaner as you're working along in Flash. Okay, next video we'll set up some of the action script for the second question.